This maid of honor speech has 2 million views on YouTube and the title Perfect Maid of Honor Speech. So let's take a look and see if it lives up to its title.
Good evening, everyone. So I thought the most nerve-wracking part of my job as maid of honor was going to be this speech, but managing Mara's bail was definitely up there. But I've stopped sweating now, so it's good.
Good for her. She just used something that must have happened during the ceremony. It clearly wasn't scripted in. It happened, so she wants to acknowledge it. It doesn't just break the ice for her, it breaks the ice for the audience because they know, oh, she's got a sense of humor. We're going to enjoy this. They know that they are in good hands. And that's important when you're giving a speech.
So I hope you're all having a wonderful time. Celebrating the special day of these two lovebirds here. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Kristen, and I know Mark and Mara from college. I met Mara when she joined our sorority, Kappa Alpha Theta. And we instantly became best friends, and soon after, I chose her as my little sister, and she chose me as her big sister. Since we met when she was a freshman and I was a sophomore, I was there for every significant moment in Mara's life throughout her 4 years in college. The biggest being the start of a beautiful love story between Mark and Mara.
Look what she just did there. She just gave us all the context we need. And when I work with clients or when I watch these speeches, I always try to put myself in the position of a plus one, someone that's at the wedding but doesn't really know anyone there. You don't know the couple, you don't know anything. So you're just a blank slate. So when someone gets up to give a speech, it's so helpful if they let you know who people are and how it all fits together, just so you can then follow along with the rest of the stories and the jokes in the speech. And the more they can follow along, the bigger response you're going to get. So bring everyone along with you, and you're going to feel that coming back at you as the audience does their part, and it's just going to lift everything up.
As many of you know, Mark and Mara met through Cicerones. As student ambassadors for the University of Florida. But it was participation in the talent show for the Filipino Students Association where their love story began. I first heard about Mara during a 3-hour road trip down to Daytona for a beach weekend. Sorry, I first heard about Mark. I already knew Mara.
But she made a mistake there, and she didn't let it get to her. She just kind of went, did I say the wrong thing? Repeated it the way it was supposed to be, and then kept going. And she had made a joke out of it.
We were headed down to Daytona for a beach weekend with Mara's family. And she very casually told me about how the two of them were performing a duet to the Bruno Mars song Amazing for the talent show. Right then, a burst of excitement pulsed through me as I imagined how perfectly romantic it would be if Mark and Mara started to fall for each other in what could be a scene straight out of High School Musical. He was Filipino, attractive, and he could sing and play the piano. So pretty much Mara's perfect man, right? But when I brought this to Mara's attention, her initial reaction was something along the lines of, ew, big, gross, he's a boy.
If you're going to make a joke, commit 100% to it. She just sort of did an act out. She was channeling the voice of the bride, and she committed 100%. And look how much the couple is enjoying it.
And to be fair, I probably would have had the same reaction because Mara and I were a bit shy when it came to the idea of liking or dating boys in college. They may not have fully recognized just what a special relationship would soon develop. But for those 3 minutes, when they performed together on stage, the world stood still. And it was obvious there was something truly amazing between the two of them. 4 months of courting and a very, very, very confused Mark later, Mara finally accepted his proposal to be boyfriend and girlfriend, and the rest is history. For the past 6 years, Mark and Mara have continued to show us the true meaning of love. Our friends always say how obviously perfect they are for each other. You take one look at them when they're together, and the idea of meant to be is depicted in its truest form. But it's the deeper side of their relationship which reminds us all what it means to truly be in love. No relationship is perfect. There are always ups and downs, different viewpoints which can cause conflict, and hard times that both must face together. And like every couple in this room, Mark and Mara have dealt with such trials throughout the relationship. But they have pushed through every single one, not by sweeping them under the rug, but by facing them full on, and together as a couple, working through their challenges while always maintaining the respect and love they have for each other. They have been there for each other in countless times of need and supported each other through both the difficult and wonderful times in each other's lives. And that is the true definition of a love and marriage that will last in eternity. Mark and Mara, you are an inspiration to all of us, both individually as two people who strive to be a light in the lives of others.
By the way, talk about an engaging. Did you see the look on the couple's face? She has them 100%.
And together as a gorgeous couple radiating love. I am honored to be not only a significant part of your special day, but a significant person in your lives. And I am beyond excited to watch the next chapter of your lives unfold together as husband and wife. I love you both so much, and I wish you a lifetime of laughter in those joyous moments, loving support in those trialing times, and excitement for all of the adventures that lie ahead.
Eye contact. She's making eye contact with them. When she's saying this, she is looking directly at the couple. It makes a huge difference. It makes comedy land better, but it also makes the sentimental stuff land better because you're saying it to someone. So even though she's reading her speech, which is totally fine, by the way, I mean, she's got how many million views? It's okay. She's reading the speech. But when it comes time to really make things land, be familiar enough with your speech so that you can look up and you can make eye contact for the important stuff.
To the happily ever hermanos, cheers.
What did you think? I thought it was great. If I'm the plus one, I learned about her. I learned about each half of the couple and individually and why they're great. I learned about why they're great as a couple. I got some great laughs along the way. I thought she was funny in a way that was authentic to her. And she sort of left the second half of the speech to be a little bit more sentimental, and that's fine. And by the way, the best man at this wedding gave a speech that has 5 million views. If you want to watch that, click right here.